Get ready, ZAMAC exclusives from Walmart versus Ultra Hot exclusives from Target. It's tournament time at the Hot Wheels Head-to-Head Racing channel. Glad to have you tuned in. 12 cars qualified to determine matchup and lane start. 4 cars will get a first round bye, again determined from qualifying session. Each match will switch lanes and the top speed will move on. The track speed record still sits at 1.532. It is held by the Time Machine from Back to the Future 3. This is the ZAMAC Ultra HOTS tournament. Alright, first up on the 1/8 mile scale drag strip, the 69 Copel Corvette ZAMAC against the Ultra Hot Plymouth GTX, coming in at 38 grams. They're staged and ready. Copel Corvette lane number 1, the Plymouth GTX is in lane number 2. Let's see how they do. The Copel Corvette takes the first run. A 1.592 will now be the time to beat for the Plymouth GTX. Lane swap, it's time to find out who wins the match. The 69 Copel Corvette ZAMAC off to a bit of a slow start, but they come back, they win again. They'll be moving on to the Excel 8 in round number 2. That brings us to match number 2 in the first round. Pretty even in weight as we look. The Big Air Bel Air ZAMAC 36 grams, the El Camino Ultra HOTS at 37 grams. Big Air Bel Air lined up in lane number 1, the El Camino is set in lane number 2. Big Air Bel Air with the lead and the win on the first run, a 1.6 flat. That is now the time to beat. Lane swap. El Camino going to need a big run. They are ready in lane 1. Big Air moving over to lane 2. They're staged and ready. Big Air Bel Air does it again. Across the line first, a 1.611. They're going to advance to the Excel 8 in round number 2. So far in the tournament, ZAMAC 2 wins, Ultra Hot 0. Next up in round 1, the Plymouth Barracuda 1970 Ultra Hot to challenge the Nissan R390 ZAMAC in the first of 2 races. The Plymouth Barracuda gets lane 1, the Nissan R390 all set in lane number 2. Almost the fastest time of the tourney so far, a couple thousandths off. A 1.594, the Plymouth Barracuda takes the win. We swap lanes, time to beat is 1.594. The Nissan R390 slides over to lane 1, the Plymouth Barracuda moving outside to lane number 2. Who wins this one? The Plymouth Barracuda again beats the Nissan R390 and moves on to the Excel 8 in the ZAMAC Ultra Hot tournament. This brings us to the final match in round number 1. The Chevy Camaro RS Ultra Hot weighing in at 32 grams up against the crowd favorite, the Bone Shaker ZAMAC 25 grams. Camaro staged and ready in lane number 1. You got the Bone Shaker in lane number 2. Oh, the Camaro way out front, a 1.587 for the win. It's the fastest time so far in the tournament. It's a lane swap, another chance for the Bone Shaker. Time to beat is a 1.587. They are staged and ready. And that's not going to happen. Bone Shaker headed home. The Camaro upping the fastest time to a 1.585 in the tournament, advancing to the Excel 8. And with that win, it's now ZAMAC 2 wins, Ultra HOTS 2 wins as we move on to the Excel 8. You are watching the Hot Wheels Head-to-Head Racing channel. Alright, let's get it going. Round number 2, the Buick Regal GNX Ultra Hot weighs in at 39 grams. It'll race off against the Copel Corvette ZAMAC. First round winner, 32 grams. Both are staged and ready. It's the Buick Regal across the line first with a 1.558. It's now the fastest time in the tournament, and it's the time to beat as we switch lanes for run number 2. Copel Corvette now hanging lane number 1. Buick Regal slides over to lane number 2. Here they go. Wow, the Buick Regal just turned a 1.539. That will get them into the top 3 of the track speed ladder overall and also into the Fast 4 of this tournament. That was a great run by the Buick Regal. A couple of ZAMACs are set to go at it in the second match of round number 2, the 71 Dodge Charger versus Big Air Bel Air, a first-round winner. Right now, it's Ultra Hots up 3 wins, ZAMAC with 2 wins. Dodge Charger stage lane 1, Big Air is in lane 2. The Dodge Charger takes the first run, a 1.592. That's the time to beat as they switch it up for the second run. It's Big Air now in lane number 1, and the Dodge Charger slides over to lane number 2. Big Air Bel Air gets a fast jump, but as the Dodge Charger makes up ground, they'll take the match and move on to the Fast Four to race for the top spot in the tournament. Current team score, they are tied 3 wins each. ZAMAC versus Ultra Hots. We are on to the next match. The Ford Mustang Mach-E ZAMAC weighs in at 32 grams versus the Plymouth Barracuda Ultra Hot coming in at 36 grams. They're both staged and ready to race. That's a good first run for the Ford Mustang, a 1.574, third fastest time in the ZAMAC Ultra Hot tournament so far. They swap lanes, 1.574. Yes, that is the time to beat for the Plymouth Barracuda if they have any hopes of moving on in the tournament. Can they do it? Nope. The Ford Mustang shuts the door with back-to-back wins. They will advance to the Fast Four. It's Team ZAMAC moving back in front with 4 wins, the Ultra Hots with 3 wins. As we check out the last matchup in the Excel 8 round number 3, it's the Mercury Cyclone 1969 Ultra Hot set to grind gears with the much lighter Chevy Camaro RS, a first-round winner. It's the Cyclone ready in lane number 1, Camaro staged in lane number 2. The Chevy Camaro squeaks out the first win in the match, a 1.605 to a 1.608. Lane swap, Chevy Camaro moves inside, lane number 1, Mercury Cyclone to the outside, lane number 2. A 1.605 is the time to beat. The Chevy Camaro beats it again. They are the final car moving on to the Fast Four in the next round as the battle continues for the top spot. As for the teams, they are tied again. ZAMAC 4 wins, Ultra Hot 4 wins. That brings us to round number 3. We started with 12 cars. We have the Fast Four left. The Ultra Hot Buick Regal has the fastest time in the tournament so far versus the 71 Dodge Charger ZAMAC. They are staged and ready for the first run. The Buick Regal off to a nice start, and they stretch the lead to a 1.563 finish for win number 1. That will be the time to beat as they swap lanes. The Dodge Charger idles in lane number 1. The Buick Regal sliding over to lane number 2. Winner will go to the finals. 1.557 for the match win. The Buick Regal advances to the finals of the ZAMAC Ultra Hots tournament, and Ultra Hots are now up 5-4. The other Fast Four match, 2 lightweights, we get the ZAMAC Ford Mustang Mach-E versus the Chevy Camaro RS Ultra Hot. This should be a good one too. The Mustang set lane 1, the Camaro ready to go in lane number 2. Ford Mustang smokes across the line first, a 1.561. That is a good first run. Chevy Camaro, though, still alive as they swap lanes. Time to beat is going to be a 1.561. The winner will meet the Buick Regal in the final. That was not pretty, but good enough. The Ford Mustang now has a date in the final with the Buick Regal for the top spot in the tournament. And with the ZAMAC Mustang win, it's all tied 5-5 with the Ultra Hots. This has been a pretty fun tournament, some good racing and a few fast times, one good enough to make the top speed ladder even. The match is for third place, 71 Dodge Charger ZAMAC versus the Chevy Camaro RS Ultra Hot. Again, the teams are tied 5-5. Dodge Charger has dibs on lane 1. The Camaro hangs in lane 2. They are staged and ready. How about that? The Chevy Camaro takes the first run over the Dodge Charger. A 1.589, that'll be the time to beat. It's a lane swap. The Chevy Camaro now in lane 1, Dodge Charger outside lane 2. They're both ready. The race is for third place. The Charger, no competition for the Camaro in this one. Back-to-back wins. The Chevy Camaro RS is your third-place finisher. And the Ultra Hots are now up 6-5 over ZAMAC with one race to go. And that'll be the Buick Regal up against the Ford Mustang Mach-E in the final. The Buick Regal is the heavyweight in this match at 39 grams. The Ford Mustang, the lightweight, at 32 grams. This one is going to be fun. The Buick gets lane 1. It's the Mustang staged in lane number 2. A rocket out of the gate. The Buick Regal puts down a 1.546 on that first run. The Ford Mustang has some work to do if they're going to have a shot. We swap lanes. One last race for the top spot in the ZAMAC Ultra Hots tournament. Time to beat, a 1.546 for the Mustang, now inside lane 1. Buick Regal set in lane 2. Who gets the top spot? There it is. The Buick Regal wins the ZAMAC Ultra Hots tournament. 1.548 stacked with that 1.546 the race before. They also had a 1.539, the fastest time in the tournament, puts them in the top speed ladder here at the track. And the Ultra Hots winning the team competition over the ZAMAC cars, 7 wins to 5. There's your final results and top speeds for the tournament. Thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed the racing on the Hot Wheels Head-to-Head Racing channel.